Welcome back to DaGaimez. Yes, this video is long overdue. I'm going to talk about Elite Dangerous's new upcoming 1.3 PowerPlay patch. We're going to see if it's going to bring back what is important to gameplay, which is the PvP aspect. I think that is primarily the reason why Elite Dangerous is having so many issues, that it is so hard to find PvP action. I was debating whether to do this because viewership and interest all in all has really just plummeted in the game. I see it. I'm not the only one who with a pair of eyes that can see this. You can see it across the boards of YouTubers that put out the Elite Dangerous video. You can see it in the amount of views that they get. You can see it in the views on my own channel. But I am a very loyal type game player. You know, when I find something about a game that I like, I stick with it as long as I think that the leadership is taking it in the right direction. And lately, within the past 3-4 months, my experience has been very dulled down. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of my fan base originally came from this game. It is a great game that has a lot of potential, but lately I have become very sour on this, like salt in the wound type sour, because I'm missing the danger. Where is the danger? There tends to be a lot of elitist kind of attitudes. The community itself is elitist, no pun intended, not even meaning to make a pun there, but you know, maybe the name of the game lends itself to that type of attitude. The PvE is off the scale in Elite Dangerous. The exploration is pretty much all there is at this point, and you get to stamp your name across every little star throughout the entire galaxy, and right now that's the only thing keeping people in this game is the exploration. The mining is broken. Will 1.3 PowerPlay fix that? Will 1.3 PowerPlay bring us what we want, which is the PvP, or it will continue to cram down the PvE concept? Now let's watch one of the Frontier Development creators, designers, Edward Lewis, and let's see what he thinks 1.3 PowerPlay will bring to the mix.
We don't know how it's going to work in some ways.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like it might. Some of the stuff just might not work. So they might be like, or work in a completely different way to how we expected, based on when people get their hands on this stuff.
Oh, they're not sure how it's going to work. That's really reassuring. On a serious note, let's talk about 1.3 update patch, and what are we getting? What is PowerPlay going to bring us? Okay, so I'm just going to go over a rundown here of what PowerPlay is going to give to you. It's going to give you actual flesh to the PvE environment. It's going to give you you know, Senator Patrius, and it's going to give you the ability to align yourself with the characters within the Elite Dangerous universe, and you will get basically credits that you can use to help turn these systems into one faction's power or another, hence the PowerPlay dynamic. You can go into a new screen that your conquest and control basically, and you're going to be able to look at it through your overview, and you're going to see, you know, where you stack up. You're going to be able to make decisions based upon who you're aligned with. You'll get to see the current status. You know, the CC is basically your credits and what you are getting, because that's the money that you receive are these types of credits. I don't know, guys. You know, is it going to be bring anything PvP oriented into the game? Depends. You know, it depends. It could be like faction warfare in Eve, where if you line yourself with a faction, then the other actual commanders will show up as targets. And if that's the case, great. I love it. But it seems more to me like more storyline, more kind of gearing itself towards the community goals again. At least they give you screens which explain what is going on a little bit better. I do like the setup as far as the control panels and the ability to look into where your current standing is and how you're going to play out the story within the game. Great. For people that like that, great. I like it to a degree. Is it going to change my experience? Is it going to make it more enriching for me? Not by much, I don't think, personally. You're going to have 2 new ships. You're going to have the Lakon Diamondback, also the Imperial Courier, awesome looking, dig the look of that ship. Really liking that. So you're getting 2 new ships. You're gonna be getting you're gonna be involved a little bit more in the storyline. But is that gonna be enough to keep people interested? The biggest issue with Elite Dangerous is the fact that there's no danger in Elite Dangerous. You guys can argue with me if you want, but most of you out there who are more PvP oriented know this. You go around from system to system looking for fights, and it's very difficult to find. Now, where is the danger? It's a very simple concept. Really all you need to keep people interested in most any game is a player versus player aspect. Right now, the only area you can find PvP is in Leasty, and not a lot of people know that. And thank God for Code. Code is an organization within Elite Dangerous that is supporting the PvP aspect of gameplay. Bless them, because we need more of this. We do. We need more player versus player, because Frontier Development continues to push the PvE aspect. And right now, I feel as if the only thing that Elite Dangerous is offering is an exploration experience, and the universe itself has become more static. Not a lot is going on, and they think that 1.3 PowerPlay is going to add more by forcing more storyline down our throats, by forcing more PvE, and, us getting involved in the story, which, hey, that's cool to a degree. But how about creating some of our own stories? How about being dynamic within the Elite Dangerous galaxy and us, the people, be the reason, be the stories? So this is the disconnect I find in Elite Dangerous. A lot of my fan base originated in Elite Dangerous because I made Elite Dangerous videos on the pretty constantly, and people subscribe to it. These people now watching this video might get mad at me, but I'm just voicing what many others are also voicing. The mining is broke. Will 1.3 PowerPlay fix the mining? Will the mining updates that they're bringing into the game actually bring more player versus player interaction? Now, this is introducing exactly what I wanted from the very beginning. When we did our mining video in Elite Dangerous, it was so damn hard to collect the material. You had to scoop it up in your scoop. You had to fly. I mean, this is the future. I have to fly and open up the scoop and align my ship to put the rocks in the damn ship. I mean, come on, give me a break. This is the future. Give me something. Give me some type of beams like Eve had, where it just sucks in the material, puts in the cargo hold. Now they did something. They finally did something. They listened to the community. God bless you, Frontier. You're finally listening to the people who are playing the game. They're introducing 2 new drones. One's going to be a prospector drone, which is going to survey the area, which is, we've been waiting for miners. And the collection drones, which are going to scoop in the material. They're also releasing 2 new minerals, painite and osmium, which are going to be, I imagine, higher payouts and introduce new features to the trading market. But that is another aspect they have to focus on. The trading, what we do has to make an impact economically. It has to be viably tangible. These things that we do, the work that we do, has to be player driven. It has to have a player driven economy. It cannot be a PvE economy. I think those of us that understand about economics, those of us that are traders in real life, understand that these commodities have to have tangible up and down values based upon actual market demand. What is the need for the item that I am buying? What does it do? That is one of the things that Eve does very well. And I'm not comparing this game to Eve, and I know there's tons of flame wars where people are saying, but you know what? Eve has that shit down. It has the trading down. It has the manufacturing down, the science down. Market demand for an item that gives it value. What do these minerals do? What do they do? What I am mining has to do something. Otherwise, it's always going to be PvE driven, and that is a flaw.
Some of the things that a lot of people are talking about, the drones, people are really keen to see how they're going to change a lot of the gameplay mechanics in there. Obviously, mining
it's
is
going to
a key
improve
one.
the mining aspects of things, and there are changes in there. Kind of how we do low conflict zone, high conflict and low conflict zones, or the RSS, USS.
USS, yes.
Low and high intensity and things like that. So you'll see similar things with the resource extraction sites.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully that will that'll improve the mining experience for a lot of people. And also, if you're seeing like lots of pirates swarming around you and things, you can join a wing. So you
Yeah.
could have like a wing of people protecting you while you're mining. And of course, they're introducing 2 new elements in there as well, which you'll probably only be able to find in the high intensity ones. And it works because the reason why they're so intense and so
That's
dense
where
is
the good
because
stuff is.
That's where the good stuff is. So, yeah. So people go there, and the pirates know that people are going there. They're not going to bother mining themselves. They'll just pick it up from you. You know,
Yeah.
they'll just force you to open your cargo hatches and steal your stuff. So you can have a wing protecting you from those guys, and that creates some interesting gameplay. All the while, the galaxy is now changing behind.
The guy behind him was like, yeah. But, that's the thing. I think Frontier Development focuses so much on the fact of the story. Great. Eve has a story, has a background, but I don't feel like I'm continually pushed into it. I'm not forced into the story. If I want to be in the story, it's there. Now, PowerPlay does give you the option to join it or not. Great. But it's not dynamic in the fact that it's pushing these ideals, these things. It's almost like the faction warfare in Eve, the way that faction warfare was. I was okay with that, but I didn't think that was anything amazing to get people like involved. It helped out with PvP, it did. So this might be their way to help out with the PvP. I'm not sure how PowerPlay is going to play out as in regards to the PvP. This might actually lend itself to more PvP experiences depending upon who you're aligned with. Now, if that's the fact, great. But there is a glimmer of hope here. The new mining drones, if you're in like sections of space that are controlled by Federation or Empire, it's going to be very hard to pirate because once you hit, boom, you're going to have the Federation or the Empire forces coming in and blowing you up. So you got to go in and out fast. You're not going to see a lot of miners going in anarchic systems unless they put the good stuff there, which I think that's what they're talking about, and hopefully that's what they do. But again, there needs to be more interconnectivity in the way that people communicate within the game. The communication pane now that it's in the game is fine and good, but I need something to register my kills. I need something to register just about everything that I do in the game, and there's that disconnect there. We need that, but there is this glimmer of hope now where I think they're finally steering this into the right direction. So I'm not giving up on Elite Dangerous yet, no. I think really what we have here is the beginnings of understanding of the combinations of what it needs to make it a successful game. But they need to stop focusing so much on the PvE. The PvE has been there since day one. The PvP. And right now, Leasty's the only spot where the PvP is. And hopefully it branches out into other systems and there's more PvP type experiences. The bounty system is just completely screwed up because what ends up happening is, take Code, for instance. They will accrue all these fines, and then, they say, okay, well, you're in our organization. Just blow me up, and you can take the money, and we'll split it. So, I mean, there is this kind of broken mechanism where there's unlimited resources, so they have to fix that. The disconnects, when you're in the middle of combat and they disconnect and they're gone, the combat logging. There's a few issues left in the game, but at least I feel like now they're focusing a little bit more on this and a little bit less on the console release, and that's all doing good. But like I had an issue with the Xbox, putting this on Xbox on console. Let's focus on the game. Let's focus on the game. Let's not be corporate whores. Let's not whore ourselves out to Microsoft, Xbox, the whole PlayStation, Sony. Hey, let's do Nintendo too. Let's just do it all on every console. Just stop. Focus on the game. Focus on what's important. Focus on the players. Focus on the feedback. That's what you need to do, Frontier Development. I've said it since day one. If you want to listen to me or not, that's completely up to you. Thanks, everybody, for watching here on DaGaimez. I hope we get some views on this. If you're watching and you're a big Elite Dangerous fan, please share. So that if you want me to continue doing Elite Dangerous videos, but geez, the last one I got like 200 views. If this doesn't even get 100, I think that's it for Elite Dangerous as far as, me putting the videos out. But I will play it still. But if there is, the continued interest and the views are up, then I will continue to make Elite Dangerous videos. But we'll see. And, if I don't, then bye-bye, to the videos on Elite Dangerous. But I'd hate that. I want to see this progress, and I want you guys interested in it. So thanks again. I know a lot of you out there that started with me with Elite Dangerous. I appreciate the fact that you're still here watching my videos on the Elite Dangerous series. Don't worry. I will continue as long as you continue to support me. Thanks, everybody. See you again.